Hello, everyone. There's a pickle on the screen that I can't get rid of it. It's a pickle with a party hat. And I have tried multiple pushing buttons and we still have a pickle with a party hat. So we're just gonna let the pickle with the party hat stick around for a little bit. How is everyone doing tonight? My son's trying to get rid of the pickle, but I don't think we can get rid of the pickle. And I don't want him to push buttons because then he'll break something. That's what would happen.
No.
Uh-huh. We have, I don't know, but don't mess with it. Just don't mess with it. We're just I don't know. We're gonna deal. We're gonna deal with the pickle in the party hat. We are. No, don't mess with the buttons. Go away. All right. Let's talk about our bundle tonight. Shirley says she likes the pickle. It's a pickle in a party hat. All right. Bundle tonight, full of super fun stuff. Full of it. So tonight's bundle is, of course, as they always are, $50, which is a phenomenal deal because we fill these bundles with so much product, like so much product. Karen says it was for Jess's birthday. Oh, the pickle? Well, I kind of figured that that's probably what the pickle was for, but I'm just going to try to work around the pickle because I can't figure out how to make the pickle not be there. There were other stuff, there's other stuff, and I do know how to like hide everything. So like I hid the ticker tape and like all that stuff, but I couldn't figure out how to hide the pickle. So the pickle's going to join us for our live tonight. Anyway, let's talk about what is in our bundle for this evening. So we have the Out of This World 6x6 paper pad, the paint splatter stencil, and the velveteen glaze. And that's where we're going to. There's tons and tons and tons more stuff in the bundle. If you want to see all of it, like all listed out, you can go down into the description box. There's a link there that takes you right to it. But I'm going to go through them piece by piece because we're going to layer up and use almost everything in the bundle tonight. So first things first, let's start with our paper pad. So this is the Out of This World paper pad. Now mine has been used pretty well. For tonight's project, we're going to choose from what is, I think, like the B sides of the paper. So on the front sides of each of these paper, we have kind of like these space scapes. And then the back side has these like little galaxies. So we're going to use a galaxy, one of the galaxy papers for our project tonight. I think that's all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There should be one more kind of space galaxy there. So these are all of the space galaxies we can choose from. I'm going to go with A, this one, or B. I want one that has a good amount of color. So what do you guys think? A or B? Cute pickle. Shirley says it's $32. The bundle tonight? When I looked earlier, it was $50 like it usually is. Maybe we got extra special sale. If it says $32 and it's only $32, then you better snap it up. No. Yeah, I would snap it up then for sure because they didn't, the last I knew they should be $50. So maybe it's on sale for more. Maybe we got extra sales, which totally could be the case. I would not put it past anyone to do that. Okay, so which background do we want tonight? A or B? Shirley says yes. Okay. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's because it is Jess's birthday and they're having a sale. So then since it was marked at $50, now it's $32, which is amazing. Like amazing. It should be called Fly Me to the Moon. I think that's what we named it. Sure, said out of this world bundle. It should be the Fly Me to the Moon bundle. And if you go into like new products, I wish I had a way to look here quick. Yes, Fly Me to the Moon bundle. That's the bundle we're going to use tonight. So yeah, I think we got extra special sale bundle tonight. Okay, so we have A or B. That's it. Yep. Extra special sale. Go, go, go. Never say no to sales. Those are the best. What do you guys think? You want to work with A or B? They're pretty similar, except this is more red and this is more pink. And I'm always going to go with more pink. Hi, Alex. So let's go with this one. Another thing that is in that huge bundle, I'm telling you, if Shirley says it's marked down to $32, so it is really inexpensive tonight, and you get 4 cardstocks. So you get Rouge, Midnight, Lagoon, and Phone Book. We're going to start with our Rouge tonight. I think I'm figuring this all out. Hi, Cherie. How are you? Hi, Alex. All right, we're going to start by cutting this down. So we're going to cut our Rouge cardstock to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then we are going to carefully, wow, that was a weird voice. We're going to cut this one down so that our little galaxy piece stays in the middle, but we have something that's 4 by 5 1/4. So if you've been watching my lives, you know that I'm like the little mad scientist. Today's project is a normal, typical mad scientist project. In that, we're going to use some gorgeous mixed media products, and we're going to layer them up and mix them and do different things. Hi, Cheryl. It's nice to see you this evening. So this one gets cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This is my absolute favorite. This Rouge cardstock is my favorite cardstock in the history of ever. I love this color so, so, so much. It's like the most perfect pink. So this one is going to get cut starting at 4. And I want to, so it's 6 inches. We want to cut off 1, and this is 6 by 6. So if we want a 4-inch piece, we want to cut 1 inch off of each side. And that should keep our little center part of our galaxy in place. And then for the long ways, we want it to go from 6 to 5 1/4. So we want to go, we're going to have to like kind of do 8ths, which I am not real great at, but we're going to do our best here. Okay. 5 1/4. As much as I like mixing and playing with mixed media, that's how much I don't like measuring and using math. Be sure to say hello. I'd love to hear what you're all up to tonight. If you're questioning the pickle, you can question it. I don't know. It's there and I can't get rid of it. So it's there. Someone said it was for Jess's birthday earlier today. So no matter what I did, it wouldn't come off the screen. So we're going to try to work around it. But fair warning, if at any point the pickle is covering something you need to see, please just comment and I will move myself around to not be under the pickle. Okay, let's see. We need a little bit of tape to get our stencil in place. This is the paint splatter stencil. It is also included in the kit, which is apparently on sale for $32, which, oh my gosh, that's amazing. You guys, that is such an amazing deal. Like, I don't even think you know. Okay, so here is our little stencil. Now, we can take our velveteen glazes and we can put it over the stencil. And that would be really cool, right? But I feel like we could do more. Could we do more? I think we could. So I did not. Alex says, I thought you put the pickle on there on purpose. That's because she knows me well, and she knows that actually a party pickle is a really good kind of mascot for me to have in reality. But so back to our project. Wouldn't it be fun? Remember I said we're going to do lots and lots of layers tonight. So in addition to our cardstock and our pattern paper, we are also going to play with the spaced cutting die. This cutting die is also part of the kit. And you guys, so if the kit's on sale for $32, the spaced cutting die, the regular retail price on it is $20. So in addition to the die, you're getting the paper pad, the stencil, all the mixed media we're going to use tonight, and those 4 packs of cardstock. Wow. Okay. That's pretty amazing. So here is the cutting die. It cuts all these little bits and pieces. And that's what I did. So here in my little die cut tray, I have all of the little bits and pieces that the spaced cutting die cuts. And here are, I cut extra of the little stars and sparkly things because they're really cute. Okay. So another thing that is in the bundle for tonight is one of my favorites, Pearl Aqua Pigment, which is fabulous. And what I did was, after I die cut all of these little bits and pieces from the spaced cutting die, I went ahead and took just a paintbrush from my stash and the aqua pigment, the Pearl Aqua Pigment. Now I did add a spritz or 2 of water to this just to make it easier for me to kind of paint. And I painted all of the die cuts with the pearl. Now I did this before I started because it does make them quite wet, and I wanted to be able to get them to dry for real. But look at that. So all of our little die cut pieces, let me get my camera to focus. So all the little die cut pieces are like super sparkly and gorgeous. So we just have to glue together this little one here. The rest of them are, they're not layered. The only one that's layered is this one. So I cut this one from that Rouge, this cardstock, and the Midnight cardstock, which is part of the kit. I cut all the stars and the moons and this gorgeous little cluster from the phone book. And then this is the lagoon. Okay, so Alex says, that looks epic already, and you haven't even busted out the scary wet glue. Oh, look, here's the scary wet glue. Hide your eyes, Alex. I'm busting out the scary wet glue. Should I give it my mean little laugh? Did anybody watch the live tonight? Yes, this afternoon. Did Jessica give this pickle a name? He needs a name. True story about pickles. My brother has a costume that he wears of him as a pickle, Like he has a costume of a pickle. And he goes to little kid parties and plays kids music and stuff. And he is called DJ Pickle. So he dresses up as a pickle. Yes, yes, he does. I have pictures of myself with DJ Pickle. And this, I should also point out that not only does my brother dress up as a pickle, become his alter ego, DJ Pickle, but this is his hobby, not his job. So he wants to dress up like a pickle. It's not a hobby, it's not a job. He doesn't get paid to do it. No, just family and friends only. And he dresses up in a pickle costume. So here is, oh, Jess did name the pickle, but Shirley can't remember the pickle's name. Too bad. Okay. So here's all of our little bits and pieces. So cute. And this one, now we get to place it. So we're going to put, that's right, we're putting the die cuts underneath the mixed media, underneath it. Let's start with the big ones. So we're going to do the little planet up here. We'll do our little ring over here. And then we have this one. I don't want to put this one over here because then it'd be color on color. And I don't think you'd be able to see it. It wouldn't look very nice. And they can also kind of go off the edge. You could put these however your little heart desires. It doesn't matter. I'm going to put these here because then when I put the stencil over, we can put like a larger section of mixed media down here, which is going to look cool. And that also gives us like a ready, actually, no, we want to put our sentiment in the middle, but we can put a larger section, like one of these big open areas in that corner. Okay. So I'm going to get the wet glue out again. Alex says, I suggest we use your brother's name, but he may not want his secret out on YouTube. Oh, honey. I already did a whole 12 by 12 scrapbook layout about DJ Pickle, and it's on my YouTube channel with photographs, with him posing as DJ Pickle with me. It's already on YouTube. Like, it's already there. Completely. He's already on YouTube. And he loves the page I made of him as DJ Pickle. And he is totally cool with it. My brother is probably my biggest fan. He's the one that does all of my graphics because that is what he does. He's a graphic designer. And he works, I won't tell you where he works. He works for a lovely place in Washington, D.C. That's all I'll say. But yes, he does cool class graphics for me. He puts PDFs together for my classes. He's the best. Huge, huge supporter and fan of mine. And DJ Pickle at night for kids' parties. His real name? Yeah, but did you use his name? Yeah, I titled the page. DJ Pickle something, I don't remember. I didn't use his real name. That would be not appropriate at all, but I used his stage name. So more wet glue, just getting all of these pieces into place. I have a couple, so there are lots of ways, lots of things you could do with tonight's bundle, like lots of cute little things, and you get to pick and decide how you want it to work. Lots of different ways you could use this. So You could skip the dies and you could go, I want to take this one little piece didn't want to cut out. And I was not in the mood to run it through a second time, so I didn't. So we're gonna push it off the edge and then we can just snip it off. No big deal. So, here we go. Ta-da! I can't remember what I was talking about. So the first thing, oh, I do remember. So the first thing you can do is you can just trim down your papers, put the paint splatter on the stencil, put the stencil down on top, and then put on your mixed media. Or you could do what I'm going to do, and that is to put your die cuts down first, and they're painted, so they're like pearlescent die cuts. And then I can go ahead and I'm going to move this stencil so that this like larger piece is at the bottom. Because remember I said I want that larger piece to kind of fill in some of this. Now it's going to want to fill in my moon. I'm not real keen on that. So let's see how else we can do this. I think I want to stay away from this part of the stencil. And I totally think that I can. So if I line it up over here, just like this, it is going to cover some of the stencil, some of the die cuts, but that's okay because that means they're going to kind of pop out from around the mixed media, which is totally cool. That was a really weird kind of hand motion, but there we go. So I'm going to line it up in this corner, take my tape and hold it down, and then we have two Carmen asks, how can you get this cute little container, pink container? So, I don't know. I did get this from Brutus Monroe. I got it for free with an order one day when Jessica was live. But I believe, now I could be wrong, but I have heard tell that Dollar Tree sells these for $1. And it's like a little, it's not, I don't know what it's used for, but it's like a die cut tray. So I put, when I do die cuts for anything, or when I make like titles for letters and stuff, I use my cute little pink tray to hold them all in. So originally I did get this from Brutus Monroe. It was a freebie with a $50 order, but I believe word on the street is you can get one at Dollar Tree. Oh, see, Shirley answered. Dollar Tree. There you go, Carmen. You're good. I like rambled all on, and Shirley's just like, just go to Dollar Tree. Yeah, okay. I got you. I just smacked my camera. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right. So I taped my stencil in place. This stencil is so cool. Like, I love this stencil so much. It is gorgeous on the corner of a 12 by 12 page. So if you're a 12 by 12 or 8.5 by 11 scrapbooker, you just line up like either this corner or this corner onto your page. And then you can have this like paint splattery stuff kind of come into your scrapbook layout. Awesome. Okay, then we have Velveteen Glaze. So Velveteen Glaze is matte. Over on my, I'm just taking off, like there's like some goo here that wanted to dry, and that's not cool. So over on my channel, my personal YouTube channel, I have been working with scrapbook layouts with the matte Velveteen Glaze. Tonight's colors are the colors that are in the bundle are Cornflower, which is one of the new fall colors, and Beautiful Blush. Hi, Ellen. So nice to see you. Oh, Karen says they are on Brutus Monroe's website. Nice. Yes. Carmen says it looks so handy. I will have to go check it out. Yes, they do. They're very, very incredibly handy. I use that all the time. I don't love the beautiful blush velveteen glaze at all, do I? This is like, I'm going to have to go get more. Wow. So I'm going to put a blob of this down onto my glass mat. This is my glass mat. The reason is because we're going to mix them a little bit, but I don't want to get them mixed into my container. So, and then we have this cornflower, which is so pretty. Hi, Ellen. So nice to see you tonight. Thanks for coming, saying hello. Okay, couple of things about velveteen glaze that it's really good to know before you choose a color, before you start playing with it. Usually I will tell you to hold off on swatching any kind of mixed media until you are going to open it and use it, just to keep as little air as possible out of your container. So the longer you can hold off on opening that jar, the better. So you usually, and I say this on my channel all the time, open it up, swatch it, and then use it. Swatch it, set it aside, use it. So that doesn't work with velveteen glazes because the way that they look here and the way that they dry are very different. So if you want to use them on a project or color match them, these you're going to have to swatch first, because otherwise you're going to get something that maybe doesn't look anything like what you want. And you're going to see that here a little bit. The other thing that's fun about velveteen glazes is that they dry matte. So they're not going to dry shiny like they look shiny here. They're not going to dry shiny at all. So I'm just going to take some of this pink and some of this blue, and I'm going to put it over my stencil. And then in these big areas where we have these big blobs of, for the swatches, watch this. I'm going to come in with the pink. And then, oh, that's okay, Ellen. You're not too late. And we are being joined by a pickle this evening. So I'm coming in with the beautiful blush. Now I'm coming in with that blue, and I'm going to go right over the blue. Okay, now nobody gasp, okay? Nobody gasp. Taking my Gina K pick and stick tool, my stabby tool, taking the stabby side. And I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to swirl these mediums all around. I want to create texture, lots of it. I want the colors to blend and move and twist. And I want to create a little bit of texture. Isn't that fun? And we're using colors that will mix. We're using pink, which is red, and we're using blue. And red and blue make purple. And this will make purple in a little bit. So it'll blend, and it does kind of make purple, but it's not going to make brown. Let's put it that way. It's not going to make brown. And I want to kind of use the stabby tool and kind of make, again, this is really thick. I've said this like 1,000 times. I'm not the girl you come to if you want to preserve your mixed media. I'm the girl you come to if you want to use the mixed media. I have my little stencil over here, my little stencil mat with my stencil cleaner, and I can use that to clean this right off of my stabby tool so that you will never know. All done. Look, done. All clean. Kate says, I'm so sorry. I'm so happy to be able to watch an entire program since the hurricane. Well, Kate, we are super glad you're here. Let me just say that. I'm glad that that you are safe after the hurricane and everyone made it through. Super, super glad that everyone is good and healthy and you have all your power and stuff back. Very, very glad. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Ellen says it's better to be accompanied by a pickle than to be one. Ellen, ain't that the truth? So true. So true. So true. And who doesn't love a pickle and a party hat? I mean, come on. Okay, so now we have another like huge area here. And see my cornflowers mixing with my blush. They're all mixing up there. So it was a really good idea to put it on my glass mat instead of trying to like not get them mixed, because I don't want them to get mixed in the jar. That would be not cool. Not cool at all. Alex says, I can't wait to see what that looks like when you lift the stencil. So it's going to look awesome when I lift the stencil, but then I have example pieces that are already dry, and those look really awesome. So if you want to mix your mixed media, you totally can. You just need to kind of know what colors will mix and what colors you probably shouldn't mix, like, so you don't end up with brown. If you have just a basic kind of color knowledge, like just basic, just know that if you know red and blue make green and those types of, and as crafters, we know what colors will go together and what colors will make brown. As a general rule, we tend to kind of have a really good idea of what that is, what those colors are and such. Okay, so we're ready for the big reveal. Oh. So, Velveteen Glaze dries way, way, way darker and brighter than when it is wet. So I'm going to show this to you wet, but it looks completely different when it dries. It also looks completely different depending on what you put underneath it. So because this is darker, when this dries and is dark, it's going to be dark and moody. But if you do it on white, it'll be a little less dark and moody. Okay, let me set this aside. Candy says, hi, Sarah, nice pickle. Thank you, thank you. I enjoy him. I couldn't get him off the screen, so we just left him there. He's joined us for the live tonight. We were discussing, someone said Jess named him earlier today, but no one could remember what Jess named him. So do you remember were you live today that you remember what Jess named him? Because apparently he did get a name. Okay, so I'm just going to clean up. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask them. this is just messy, right? I'm messy. This is messy. And before I pull out the already dried card panels and all that, it's kind of important that we get some of the mess cleaned up. So here is my stencil, and I'm just going to put this right here, plop, into my little stencil case. Oh, and I'm putting these in there too. Brutus Monroe's, I'll show it to you. See my little stencil? Little stencil cleaner, and it has some warm water, and it has the stencil cleaner in it. Added bonus, this cleans up these little spatula mixed palette tools fabulously. So I can just toss all of that in there, and I don't even have to worry about it till after I'm done going live. Phyllis Diller. Oh my gosh, that's the most perfect name for that pickle ever. Oh my word. No, I didn't. I didn't name the pickle Phyllis Diller. Someone else did. Jess named the pickle Phyllis Diller, and she did an amazing job. That's the most perfect name for a pickle ever. And now I want to go watch Thoroughly Modern Millie. But I won't. I'll clean up my mess. And then we'll finish our card. Yes, Alex. Yes, you do. Those little trays and the cleaner. So you need the cleaner that goes with the tray. Like there's a whole bundle in the shop. It's like the little tray and the cleaner, which is amazing. And then you get like this perfect rag that's like extra floofy and and you can wipe your stencils and it doesn't catch the little raggedy pieces of the stencil. It's so good. So good. Love, love, love it. And I love it for like doing stuff like this because then I can just like keep going and keep doing my stuff and I don't have to go run to the bathroom right away. I can just leave it in a little container and it's awesome. Okay, so let's scribble this away. Hi, Heather. Hold on. Ellen says, I love that tray so much. So handy. That Christopher Allen is a smart cookie. He is a smart cookie. He's a very smart cookie. Someone during the live named it Phyllis Diller and she accepted. So, oh my gosh, I love it. That's the best name for a pickle ever. If you are younger and you're joining us, I would definitely at this point be Googling Phyllis Diller and then all will be revealed. My friend Heather is here. I do like my friend Heather. She's the bestest. My friend Heather's here. My friend Alex is here. All my favorites are here tonight. Okay. So we put the velveteen glaze on the pattern paper and the cardstock, and we set it aside. So now I'm going to show you, first of all, I want to show you what it looks like on white. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like on the pattern paper. So this is what all that mixed media through the stencil will look like on white, which is so cool. So there's, and see where we have that, this is where we can kind of see here where we hit it with the stabby tool and we made it all like bubbly and textury and we let them all mix together. And you see down here too, I did it on white so you would have like a really good wait, what? Okay. Heather just made me lose my train of thought. Oh. Okay, where was I? Don't do that. You better give me more details later. Okay. So here's how my team kind of see. Now, when you put it onto a dark pattern, which is what we did, it's going to look different. Now, this is going to look extra different because there's a step missing that we're going to do in a second. But for this, I just want you to see, first of all, I want you to see the texture, right? The texture, how the colors are kind of swirled up and how that works. So cool, right? Now that shimmer is because I used my aqua pigment pearl and painted right over just the mixed media part. So I did the full mock-up and started the card with the pattern paper, and then I wanted to do one on the white, just so you all at home, everyone on the live, could really see how this changes, like how different it looks between when it's wet and versus when it's dry. And why I tell you that, the colors are way different, because you can see here, like here's our wet one. So here's the wet one. Here's the dry one. Here's the dry one on white. And you can really see how different the media changes when it dries. And that was my biggest, that was when I first started using, and then I just put the card base down in the aqua pigment, but that's totally fine. That was one of the first things that kind of caught my eye about this specific product when I first started using it, was how different it looks wet versus dry. I agree. Alex says it looks amazing either way. I 100% agree, but I think it's important to know that going in, especially if you're trying to color match something. So the way that I am painting over the aqua pigment, this is exactly how I painted over my die cuts. And it's so cool. So it's almost like you're adding in back some of that pearlescent shimmer. Also, if you are someone who only wants a little bit of mixed media, you don't want a lot. Maybe you don't use it very often, right? Maybe you only use it here and there a little bit. And so you want a couple of colors of things, but you're not sure like what kind of mixed media you should try, what you can start with. If you start with a velveteen glaze and in your order add the aqua pigment and pearl, then if you want a matte, you have a matte. If you want a shimmer, then you can just go ahead and do your velveteen glaze and then come in with the shimmer, and that will get you started. And then eventually you'll want it all, including all the shimmer glazes and all the chrome glazes and all that. But if you're just starting and you just want to dip your toes into the water, kind of get just a taste of the Kool-Aid, not get all the way in it, that would be a really good kind of first purchase. I'm just going over all these areas where I put the velveteen glaze. Hi, Isis. I missed you. I was wondering in my little head where you were tonight. So I'm so glad you hopped on at least long enough to say hello. Oh, that Milo. Mother, you about giving me a heart attack. Isis, you can ask a question about inspiration boxes, but I don't know that I have an answer. It says what typically comes in them: paper, ribbons, stamp dies, and stencil of the month. I don't see a description for this month, so I don't know. She says I'm needing to make a buying decision today. Okay, so I don't have an answer for your question. I've actually never gotten an inspiration box, so I don't know. But when Christopher has unboxed them in his lives, they are always amazing, and I always go, I should get one of those someday. And then I get distracted by other shiny things and squirrels. Okay, so I painted over all of that. Isn't that pretty? I love that pearl shimmer glaze. I love how it brings that back in. Oh, there's Candy's answering your question for you because she's amazing and knowledgeable. She's like Brutus Monroe Einstein. She knows all the things. Okay. So there is our pretty background. So this is what it would look like on white paper. So again, you have options with your bundle tonight. Option bundle with options. And then this is what the same mixed media, same townstills, same looks on the pattern paper. So you can bring in some white cardstock, get a completely different look, and have something that's a little more bright, a little more colorful, or you can have something that's a little bit more in the background. And then when you do your sentiment with the Raven black ink and some white cardstock and die cut it, which is what we're going to do next, you get something that looks completely different. So lots and lots and lots of options with all of those. So now let's do a sentiments. Oh, okay. Here's all the answers to your question, E says. Yay. Candy says you should get card bases, some cardstock, a stamp, and a matching die. Candy says in a paper pad, then usually some sort of consumable like a ribbon or sequins or glitter or something like that. Heather says, this month is amazing. I will add the description tomorrow, but it is so good. Candy says sometimes you get a simple blend stencil. Oh, and then Heather just listed it all out. 6x8 stamp, a die, a paper pad, coordinating papers, 5 card bases, brass shimmer splash, and autumn sprinkle mix. There you go. Now you know. And now I know too. I won't remember, but it's nice to know. Let's do a sentiment for our card. This stamp set we're going to use tonight is called Sunny Sentiments. This isn't in the bundle. This is not in the bundle. But I did check and make sure it was in stock before I added it to my card. So this is like the most amazing sentiment set ever. And again, if you are coming in from my YouTube channel or my social media and you are a scrapbooker, I honestly think every single one of these sentiments, if you have the coordinating dies, every one of them would work as a scrapbook page title. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so I'm going to read through them, and if I'm wrong, you tell me, because you know you will, but I'm almost positive every one of these could be, with the right photo, also a scrapbook layout title. So it says, you are a work of art, be your own sunshine, let your light shine. Creativity takes courage, spread some sunshine. The world's a brighter place because of you. Radiate kindness. It doesn't have to be perfect to be just right. Life is what you create. When you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. Shine bright, live life in color, never stop chasing rainbows. Life is short, live it. Be the good, shine bright in all of your colors. Wherever you go, no matter the weather, always bring your own sunshine. Be unapologetically you. Sunshine is my favorite color. Seriously, every one of these could be a subtitle. I have only put ink. I literally took this stamp set and the and the dies out of the packaging for the sole purpose of doing my sentiment on this card, and then moved it into one of my little pouches. I haven't even cut all the dies apart yet. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm telling you, every one of these would work as a scrapbook title. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to use them all eventually. Oh, Issa says she's not seeing it on her feed. I don't know. They put it in the chat, but it's the chat on YouTube. It's the chat on YouTube, and you're on Facebook, Issa. That's what it is. So I'm super glad that I read all of those comments for you. All right. So I'm going to use my Misty. I have a piece. This is like an 11-inch piece of Not Your Mom's cardstock, but I don't care. I'm just going to let this little bit kind of fly off into the sunset, and we're going to use this part. Because this little strip is like the perfect size, and why do I want to cut down a whole big strip for this teeny tiny little stamp sentiment? Okay. I'm just going to stamp this using the Raven Detail Black ink, which is the only black ink that I use in my scrapbook room. I can say that now. Like literally, this is it. Anything. And once, if you stamp something you want to color, now this might not work for alcohol markers, but for my zigs, fabulously. I stamp it and just set it aside, let it dry a couple minutes, and I can color with my zigs, and it's amazing. No problem at all. Okay, so we're gonna get that good and stamped. Maybe we'll have to stamp it twice. We'll see. Issa says, yep, I will go there. Yep. That's what it was. That's why you couldn't see it, because it was on the Facebook versus YouTube conundrum. I am going to go ahead and stamp this a couple of times. Wow, there's 15 people on here tonight. Yay! Hello, all 15 of you. You're wonderful. I love you. Thank you for being here. You're amazing. If you're interested in the bundle that I'm using tonight, for the most part, it is in the shop. It's on sale. And if you just type in Sunny Sentiments in the search bar, this stamp set pops up right away, because this stamp set is not part of the bundle. It would need to be an add-on purchase for you. And there's a sale, so it would be a little bit of a better price for you tonight as well. So good to know. Everyone's being so quiet. Someone tell a joke. I don't know any good ones. Okay. My little orange Brutus Monroe microfiber towel is downstairs in the washing machine because I got glitter glaze on it by accident. Because again, messiest scrapbooker ever. Okay. Now I can go ahead and do this. Is everybody okay? Everyone still here? Okay. I'm going to go with must be. Now we have to line up this die, and this is going to be like the hardest thing ever, because I need my dies to be really, 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 really lined up. My fuzzy head is probably going to get in the way here. I apologize, but we can't have crooked dies. It's just, we can't. Oh, Ellen said usually she is really chatty, but tonight she's just watching. That's okay, Ellen. I just, my last couple lives, or we've had a couple lives now where like once my internet went down, once Restream wouldn't work and was being wonky. So when all the talking, like when everybody stops talking, I'm like, Shirley says there's only 2 of the bundles left. Yay! That's amazing. You guys are the absolute best ever. That's awesome. Awesome. Okay. So let's get this as good as we can get it. There we go. And then we'll kind of snip this up. Issa says, I'm now on YouTube. Yay! Welcome to YouTube. I love this sentiment too. I love all the sentiments on that stamp, that Sunny Sentiment stamp set. It is so good. And I feel like it's a little like sleeper because Candy was the one that used it. She had it. She was using it one night on one of her lives. And I'm like, what is this stamp set? Why have I never seen this before? So she's the reason I discovered it in the shop. Candy's the reason I discover a lot of things. Period. She knows all the info. So I'm just grabbing my die cut machine. And we're just going to pop this in here. Ellen said she's looking at the die shop and it would make a cute critter like a bear. Wait, hold on. I have to see this. Just a second. Let me put this down. Yes, Candy, the Sunny Sentiment one. It's a very good one. Okay, Ellen says this could be a bear. We're going to go down a rabbit hole now. Oh, I see it. Do you guys see this? Look. There's his little head with the little ears, right? And there's his little paws, and there are his little feet. He could be a bear. Hold it upside down. Oh, he could be a bear that way too. Although this looks a little more, honestly. Okay, Ellen, in my head, this way it looks like a bear, and in this way it looks like Frankenstein. Like Frankenstein's head with his little neck and the little... Oh boy. A little Frankenstein. Oh, the things. And I am the ultimate like experimenting person. So I totally want to like die cut this out of white cardstock and then start drawing in the bear. And then we'll flip it over and cut it again. And we'll start drawing in Frankenstein. Oh, that's hilarious. Yes, Candy, the Sunny Sentiment ones. And then she said I might have a Brutus Memory product or two. You know what, girl? My collection is rapidly expanding. Rapidly expanding. Ugh. I had to, so I have like Raskog carts from IKEA in my room. This will be my last story for the night. I have Raskog carts in my room, and I was running out of space. Like I just kept running out of space. So I reconfigured everything, and I had enough Bruce Monroe products that I have an entire cart of it now. Just Bruce Monroe products, nothing else. It's the Bruce Monroe cart. Oh. Oh, Heather says it could be the Stanley Cup for hockey. It could be the Stanley Cup for hockey. That is a very versatile sentiment die right there. Use it for anything. Okay, so here is our little sentiment. Now, if I was putting it on this white card base, I want some color. So I would probably cut a circle out of the pattern paper or the one of the cardstocks maybe, and put it underneath my sentiment and maybe pop the sentiment up so it will really kind of pop up a little bit more. But when you put the white sentiment on this with all of the color, the sentiment pops and it becomes, I love this because it says when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. And we have all of our galaxies and stars and planets. And you know what isn't here? A sun. I just felt like that was like the perfect sentiment. So I'm going to hang on to this because I'm going to put this on our other card that is drying. Heather said she bought a Billy bookcase for all of her Bruce Monroe stuff. We might end up there eventually. All right. We are all done for tonight, guys. We finished. I had that set up so good. I've been really working on getting my timing, like to make sure we don't end early and make sure we don't end late, make sure we kind of just get it all together and I don't feel rushed. And this was like perfect. Yay! All right. You all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. I hope that you learned something at my live today. Don't forget to grab the bundle because it's such a good price. Such a good price. And I don't want you to miss out. Oh, Ellen has a great idea. She said she would cut out some vellum and ink blend the back under the sentiment. That is an excellent idea. I love that idea. So just add a little bit of ink for that color. So you have that pop and then some vellum and then your sentiment. And that would be glorious. Oh, Ellen says, Sarah, you are rocking these lives. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Kate. Candy says, teach me how to do that. How to do what, honey? I will teach you. Just text me and tell me what it is you want me to teach you. You're very welcome, Alex. Thank you guys so much. You have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you, Isis. I will talk to you all again next Monday. Bye, everyone.